Greetings from the World Class Teaching Program at the University of Mississippi. My name is Tammy Kirkland and I'm the Director of the Candidate Support Program hosted at our university. So first off, I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us. Then I'm going to help you get organized. I'm going to show you where your materials are and how to download the materials and talk to you a little bit about this Google Classroom experience. And again, thank you for joining us. I hope you find this course meaningful. It is self-paced, so that means you can take your time and go through the resources. There will be some Q&A Zoom meetings available to you as well. Look for that schedule. So just jot down any questions you have as you go through the process of completing this training and then log in to one of our Zoom meetings and we can meet face to face. Hopefully in the fall I will be visiting schools, so don't be a stranger. Reach out to me and invite me to your school. I'll be happy to come and meet with you. So who are we? We are the World Class Teaching Program at the University of Mississippi. We are a special program in the School of Education. And what do? We are a candidate support provider. We are separate from the National Board, meaning that you would register with the National Board if you choose to pursue national boards, and then you would register with us to gain candidate support. And how can we help you? We are a candidate support provider. We are a premier candidate support provider with more resources than you will find anywhere. So we are here to help you. You will see at the end of this training there will be a presentation about next steps, and we will specifically talk about how to get registered with the National Board, how to connect with us, and what we can do to help you. I will tell you we do provide a trained MBCT mentor for all of our candidates. Probably 90% of our candidates have a mentor in their own certificate area. Not only that, we have a one-of-a-kind Blackboard candidate support course that has more resources than you will find anywhere that accompanies our mentoring. We offer face-to-face mentoring in Oxford, Grenada, Tupelo, and Madison County, as well as South Haven. And we also have online mentoring, which is also face-to-face because our mentors hold Zoom meetings where they meet with their candidates virtually, and any Mississippi teacher can join us as an online candidate. So again, that's who we are and that's what we do. A little bit more about getting organized. Now, before you begin the training, there are some resources that you're going to need access to. So before we talk about downloading the resource, let's find a place to put those resources. I suggest that you create a new folder on your desktop. All you should have to do, whether you're on a Mac or a PC, is right-click and click New Folder. Give that new folder a name called National Boards, and when we download our materials, put everything in that folder. Then as you begin working as a candidate, once you register, then you can go in and create a folder called Component 1, Component 2, Component 3, and Component 4 to get you further organized. And again, we will download everything to this folder. There is also a video linked underneath this topic that shows you exactly how to do that if creating a folder on your desktop is new for you. Note, all of the resources that you need to complete the National Board process are available to you right now for free on the website. I recommend initially downloading an electronic copy of all of your resources because some of the documents are rather large. You will at some point need to print out the resources. In order for this training to be meaningful and personal to you, you may wish to print out a copy of your certificate's components, your instructions, prior to viewing the component training that is offered, as well as you might want to print out your standards. Eventually you will need that. But again, I really advise that you do print out a hard copy of your certificate standards once you download them to accompany the training. You do not want to watch the trainings of the components without your standards or your certificate area. Don't worry, we're going to walk you through that. We're going to help you choose a certificate area and lead you to make all of those decisions prior to getting to those videos. A little bit about where your resources can be found. We have a page on our website, wctp.olemiss.edu, and it's listed under the Candidates Toolbox. If you go to this website and in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you will see the Candidates Toolbox. When you go to the Candidates Toolbox, that is where you will find a live link to all of your resources that you will need for National Board Certification. The general downloads are the Guide to National Board Certification, the General Portfolio Instructions, and the Scoring Guide. You have to choose a certificate area prior to downloading your certificate standards and your certificate's components. But again, we have a video about choosing your certificate that will help you make that decision. And when you click on the Candidates Toolbox, you'll see in red Standards and Component Instructions. Click on that, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and that is where you will choose your certificate area. Like for example, here I've chosen Generalist and my developmental age is Middle Childhood Generalist. After I've made those two choices, everything that I need is available to me for my specific certificate area, components 1, 2, 3, and 4, as well as my standards. What downloads? When you open up component 1, it doesn't download, it just opens up. So you would need to right click and do a file save, or go to the top of your browser screen and under file and do save as. Save it as a PDF, and again, we want to save it into that folder on our desktop. However, components 2, 3, and 4 are much larger. And when you click to download those, they download in a folder. So you want to check your download folder on your laptop to get access to that. And what's in that folder will be your component instructions. Will always be identifiable because they are the only PDF that will be available. Everything else will be a document, and these are the files. All of the components 2, 3, and 4 have fillable files associated with them. And while there is a hard copy of that file in the back of your component instructions, there is also the original file that you will fill out and submit that downloads in your folder. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, we are going to visit the World Class Teaching Program. Okay, we are going to scroll down to the bottom of the screen, and we're going to click on the Candidates Toolbox. When this page opens, here are all of your resources, okay? The Guide to National Board Certification. You definitely want that. And let me just go ahead and show you. You click on it, it's going to open. You can right click, well, okay, maybe not. Go to the top of the screen and do File, Save As, or Export As. And if you do Export As, you just, where do you want to save it to? Whatever folder you pick, your folder right here, you can save it straight to your desktop. I recommend that you save it to your National Board folder, hit Save, and then you have a copy of it on your desktop. So that's how you download everything that is not a component. Now, to get your specific instructions, your standards and components, and again, you can't download this at the moment because you have to choose a certificate area first, okay? What do you need to download now? You need to download the Guide to National Board Certification, the General Portfolio Instructions, and the Scoring Guide. Go ahead and download all of those items and put them in your folder. After you have watched the Choosing Your Component and Choosing Your Certificate video, come back and here's how you will get your certificate components and your standards. When this page opens up, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay? Choose your discipline. This is where you choose your certificate area. Okay? If you are English Language Arts, then if there is a developmental level associated, and there is, some of them you do not have a choice, but typically you do, choose the area. And once you do that, all of your materials download, okay? Or they're made available to you. And for example, let me show you when you click on the component 1, it opens up, and again you would go to File and you can do a Save As or an Export As in order to save it. Let's take a look at what happens when we download a component. Okay, I'm on a Mac, so you can see that the upper right hand corner, this is where all of my downloads are. So I would grab this and then I would drag it into my National Board folder on my laptop. When I open up that folder, we find the component instructions as well as the 3 forms associated with my certificate area. Okay, so that is how the materials download. Then down below that you have your standards. You definitely will need your standards. And again, this is a big document, so you're going to go to File, Export As, save it to whatever folder you have, click Save, and then you have a copy of that placed in your folder. Okay? So that is how you find your materials. And again, they are in the Candidates Toolbox. The Candidates Toolbox. Now, all of these resources are available on the National Board page as well. They're just a little bit harder to find. So I have all of them conveniently located for you in the Candidates Toolbox. And again, these are live links, meaning that whenever the National Board updates the resources, the most updated version is connected to this website. Okay, so okay, we've done that. We have located our materials, we have downloaded our materials, and we have explored what the downloads look like. So that leaves us to talk about the Google Classroom. The Google Classroom, as I'm filming this, it is the summer of 2020, and we are in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we are not allowed to meet face to face. So this is the option that we have come up with, and it's a very good option. I think you're going to like it. But I will say that the Google Classroom will remain an option uh, from here on out for the World Class Teaching Program for people who cannot attend the summer training. The Google Classroom is detailed step-by-step voiceovers for the training, and you can rewatch these videos as often as you needed to. There will be followed up Q&A Zoom sessions in June and July. Look for that schedule in the What's Next topic once you've finished all your trainings. If you have a question, you're welcome to email me, or even better, jump online to this Zoom meeting and let's meet face to face and have some of these discussions. You can also invite me to your school in the fall. I feel confident we will be able to do that then, and we can meet in person, and I can meet with you and your colleagues. So let's talk a little bit and look at what this Google Classroom experience looks like. Obviously, you're in it. I will tell you that associated below this topic is a Google form. Please fill this form out for me. It just gives us a little bit of information about you, who you are, what school you're at. So as the fall approaches, or any trainings we have, we can reach out to you and make you aware of the opportunities and just keep you informed about the process and our program. Now, the Google Classroom has got many steps in it, and this is just a graphic showing you all the different things that are available to you in this course. When you first log into the course, this is what you see, and you see my stream here. So if I have any announcements or anything, I will place those announcements here. This is one-way communication because there will be hundreds of people in this course. I did not want to overwhelm everyone with a lot of comments, so I've got it set to where only I can make comments. But if I have an announcement, it will be here in our stream. Then, if you look at the top of that screen, you see the word classwork. Let's go back. You see here is stream. Right next to it is classwork. If you click on classwork, this is what you see, and this is your course. And it is very, very important that you go in order. If you just skip down to the components, you're really going to be lost because a lot of the resources, and there's going to be a lot of things that I reference in these trainings prior to the components that you will miss out on. So again, initially, when you're in this course, you need to go in order, okay? So feel free to download any material. This course will only allow me to enroll 150 people. If we reach that number, which is entirely possible, then I will be going in and removing people from the course. So if I have to do that, I will begin with the order of when someone enrolled in the course. So for that reason, you do have access to these materials, so feel free to download these materials and put them in a folder so that if I do have to tweak the enrollment of the course, you will still have access to these materials. Also, underneath each topic, and these are called the topics. Getting started is a topic, components and standards is a topic, and then down below that is next steps is a topic. Underneath the topic, you see different materials. If you click on materials, you will find the voice overlay training as well as any additional materials. There may be a handout link, there may be another video link, but that's how you find the specific resources that are associated with each one of the materials underneath the topic. Okay, so again, that is a Google Classroom, and what I love about this is that you can go at your own pace and you can go back and rewatch things as well. I think it will put you in a really, really good position to begin your national board journey once school starts. So again, just make sure you go through this and watch the videos and learn, take notes. If you have any questions or concerns, please email me at kirkland@olemiss.edu. Thank you. And again, thank you for joining us. And I do hope that you get all of your questions answered and that you join us for your certification journey and allow us to help you become the accomplished teacher. Thank you.